Breaking Bad star Dean Norris doesn't want to hear your gas price complaints because capitalism is evil, apparently. So, this millionaire actor doesn't want to hear the common people complaining about rising gas prices. And the problem that I see with this is like, to have someone who is a multi-millionaire talking down to people who are not in his position, do not have his kind of money, do not have the luxury of being able to basically do nothing for the rest of your life and still live a good life, it's just a horrible thing to see. Right? Like, you're so out of the loop as to what normal everyday human beings have to deal with that is like, it's kind of one of those things that you should really take a step back and look at yourself in the mirror and like, hey, maybe you should kinda, I don't know, keep it to yourself. So a star from the AMC hit series Breaking Bad has little sympathy for Americans complaining about record high gas prices. Dean Norris, who played the likable yet gullible DEA agent Hank Schrader in the critically acclaimed series, went viral on Twitter with a tweet on Wednesday in which he told those who love capitalism to STFU. You're not getting robbed at the pump, Norris tweeted to his 742,000 followers on Twitter. Which is kind of hilarious to say because if you've been to a gas station at all, people are basically getting bent over and getting their cheeks constantly clapped, right? You're paying fair market price for a commodity. If you love capitalism so much, then STFU. And Norris's brand of tough love did not go over well with some of his fans. One Twitter follower, Ryan Palmer, tweeted, "Thanks to capitalism, we can complain about it. Thanks to capitalism, we can have hope that prices will eventually come down." Another Twitter user commented, "Easy to say when you have a net worth of $5 million." So here's the thing, right? Like, again, if you are a multi-millionaire, no matter who you are, unless you are a very frugal individual, you have no clue what people are dealing with who are making a somewhat normal income, right? And even that depends on the cost of living in the state, taxes, and all that kind of stuff, right? Because $100,000 per year in, let's say, New York is not $100,000 per year in, like, Texas, right? Very different situations. Dude, just act and leave real life problems to the people who understand that stuff, read another critical tweet. And earlier this week, the average price of a gallon of regular fuel hit a nationwide record of $5. On Thursday, the national average for regular unleaded hit $5 and 0.009 cents. So down slightly from the all-time high of 5.016 on Tuesday, according to AAA. So soaring gas prices are the leading cause of record levels of inflation, which show no signs of easing up anytime soon. Crude oil prices, which have spiked beyond $100 a barrel, now account for 60% of the price of a gallon of regular unleaded gasoline, according to April data from the Federal Energy Information Administration. I mean, look at that, right? So basically, 16 gallons is roughly $91. That's so crazy. So the cost of crude shot up amid both increasing demand as the COVID-19 pandemic wanes and the global supply chain disruption caused by the Russian invasion of Ukraine and subsequent Western imposed sanctions and inflation, etc., 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 etc. Just a year ago, crude oil prices accounted for 52% of the cost of a gallon of gas, and only 25% of the cost during the COVID lockdowns of April 2020. The New York Times reported. Let's check out if there's any comments. It's not capitalism when the political party in power artificially constrains free market investment. It's not capitalism when the Federal Reserve artificially inflates the monetary system by printing money and keeping interest rates artificially low. It's not a fair market price. It's a market price inflated by an incompetent individual making poor decisions. China Joe causes terrible inflation and rising gas prices. That fact is what is bothering folks and causing them to complain. How did you earn your financial status, Warthog? Capitalism, plain and simple. Day of reckoning is coming soon. And this is the funniest thing about like seeing like millionaire like actors or actresses and all this stuff complaining about capitalism, complaining about billionaires, complaining about business owners. Is like, hey, you do realize that you directly benefited from these businesses, from capitalism, from this whole thing of, trying to make money. Dean Norris, what does he care about the price of gasoline? He's sitting pretty with all his Hollywood bucks. Let them eat cake. Yet another Hollywood type who thinks we need their opinion. I'd never even heard of this guy, lol. Aw, come on, sure you have. He had a small role in Starship Troopers. He played a federal government employee at the Dense Enforcement Agency. Go figure. Capitalism has allowed Lard Boy to make enough money to keep throwing Big Macs down his fat gullet. Dean Who. Another favorite of mine has become a woke little princess. I can't watch an out of touch elitist who condescends like that ever again. $5 per gal. I paid $6.50 per gallon yesterday, but then I live in California. Never heard of him. Using simpleton Hollywood logic on Norris, Dino should be happy with high taxes, high food prices, high gasoline prices, and everything else because he voted for Biden. That's the territory that comes with an incompetent 50-year politician. Like, honestly, I think this is, like, pretty crazy, right? Because it's like, again, it's all about an out-of-touch millionaire actor that leans probably pretty far to the left who has no idea what the common person is actually dealing with. And it's just like a really sad thing, right? Like, to see someone be so disconnected with what normal, everyday citizens deal with is extremely sad to see. Because when you have someone that is so disconnected, so out of the loop, right? How do you communicate with them, right? It's practically like you're just going to be talking to the wall, which means nothing's ever actually going to get solved. Like, it's just a sad thing to see.